Will your food storage actually sustain you? Hey everybody, this is Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. We talk a lot in the prepper community about food storage. People talk about stockpiling all this food. But how often do people talk about nutrition and nutritional value of that food? If you stockpile, years and years of top ramen, well, you're not going to be healthy. If you just have beans and rice and, stuff like that, it's good for you. Yes, there's a lot of nutrients in it. But how well balanced are you? How well balanced is your food preps? Do you have fruits, vegetables, meats, fats, grains, legumes, all these different things? Different colors of foods, like vegetables, are very important. The different colors mean different things. There's different nutrients in them. What your body needs. We have to make sure we're feeding our bodies what they need in an SHTF scenario. We're going to have the energy, the health, and all this good stuff to be able to do the things. To get out, to garden, to forage, to hunt, to all the things. Security, canning, all the day-to-day things that we'll have to be doing in an SHTF scenario or in any scenario in life. We need to be as healthy as possible. We have to feed our bodies. Let food be thy medicine. Said that before. I'm sure lots of people say that. But do you have the variety needed? There's different ways to get the nutrients you need. And if you have say fruit, for example. If you have, okay, I got plenty of fruit, it's all canned. Okay, well, I'm not an expert, I don't know everything about this, but does the canning process eliminate certain nutrients? The way foods are processed can at least lower certain nutrients of foods. So what about freeze-dried, dehydrated, pickled, your own home canning, as well as store-bought cans? The ability to grow your own, of course, is great. That's really good nutrients right there, because odds are your garden, what you're producing, has much better soil quality than the big farms. Big farms don't get the chance really anymore to rotate crops, rotate fields, because big, say, soybean company has so much land and they grow soybeans. They don't grow other things. They're not a corn company. They also aren't going to, say they have 1,000 acres, there's a ranch next door to it with 1,000 acres. They're not going to swap properties and say, okay, you ranch, put your cows out here on our field for, a year or two and we'll use yours. That just doesn't happen anymore. It used to be that way. People would be ranchers and farmers, homesteaders. They'd have their animals out there, providing the manure and everything to fertilize the soil. And they used to rotate fields, rotate crops, stuff like that. So the nutrient value of our foods found at the grocery store nowadays is a lot lower than what it used to be. Also, how well-rounded is your food preparedness? Do you have a good mix of protein, carbs, good healthy fats, as well as all the other nutrients, micronutrients, and everything you need? It's very important. So take a look at your food storage. Hopefully you have it in your prepper binder, prepper notebook, whatever. Write down what you have. So just look through there. If you don't have a notebook, then please start one. please write down everything you have so that you can objectively analyze strengths and weaknesses. We need to have a well-balanced food storage. Your body needs all these nutrients, macronutrients, micronutrients, all these things to function properly. You need all those vitamins and minerals for your immune system, for your muscles to be able to function the way they do properly, for your brain to function properly. All these different things we need. So make sure, take a look at, please, analyze your preps. If you know them written down, okay, maybe you choose not to for some reason. Oh, if I write everything down in a prepper notebook and somebody captures my prepper notebook, they'll know what I have. Well, to get to your prepper notebook, they're already going to be where your stuff is probably, and they're going to have already taken it. So that's a moot point. I get out on patrol, you don't mark your maps. Because if you do get captured or drop a map or lose a map or have to ditch something and it's captured, your routes are compromised. Your mission may be compromised. I get it. This is different. This is what you have. And you have to look at it objectively. Have somebody else look at it. What do they think? Are you weak on fats? Fats are one of those things that's a little more difficult to get fats, good healthy fats in your preps than it is, say, carbs. Carbs are probably the easiest one to get, right? Corn, rice, beans, all those things. Wheat, barley, grains, yeah. That's the easiest one to get. And when you're out foraging, blackberries, carbs. Most stuff in my garden, potatoes, carbs, carrots, carbs, onions, pretty much nothing. They taste good. That's another thing. Variety in your food storage allows you to not have to be eating the same thing over and over and over. And I'm talking about food storage. I'm hoping you're in a situation where you don't even have to ever get into your food storage, where that's your emergency fund. We talk about that a lot on this channel. Emergency fund. We have an emergency fund just in case something breaks and we got to pay to go have it fixed, or we got to fix it ourselves, buy something, right? Okay. Food storage is your emergency fund. You don't want to dip into it, because once you dip into it, then you're limited in how long it'll last. So obviously food production is important. Have a variety there. But don't grow things you won't eat also. And don't stockpile things you won't eat. I get it. In a bad situation, you're like, oh, I'll eat anything in a bad situation to keep me alive. True. But morale will be very important. Your state of mind, your happiness, your effectiveness. It's going to be bad enough. Talking about these bad situations we talk about as preppers. Why make it worse by having to eat stuff you don't really enjoy? Eat stuff, stockpile stuff that you enjoy. Hopefully it's healthy, so you're feeding your body, your brain, your muscles, everything that it needs, all your internal organs. Very important. I know this isn't a flashy topic. Probably won't get that many views, just because, it's not doom and gloom. Russia's going to invade us. Yeah, well, these are the real topics. These are the real things that will keep you alive. Talking about all that stuff, yeah, we got to do it sometimes because we got to be aware. We got to be, we got to know what's going on so that we can objectively prepare for different scenarios. Because prepping isn't just about one thing. It's a multifaceted approach to a system, your preparedness system. It's not just about your food storage or your water storage. It's about your defense. It's about your ability to heat your house, grid down. It's about transportation. It's about growing things. It's about skills. It's about having ability to do things that you need to do and accomplish things that you need to accomplish without all the backup that we have in normal society. When you may not be able to just call a plumber. You may not be able to call the police, an ambulance, fire department, things like that. You may not be able to run down to the local grocery store and buy whatever you need. Most Americans have less than 3 days of food in the refrigerator. Some 2 days. Because every day or every other day they go to the grocery store. Wow, that's crazy. I've never lived like that. maybe back in my really younger days. But that's just not the way to live. We know that. You know that. I know that. That's why you're here. We talk preparedness here and we keep it real. We prep out of peace of mind, not out of fear. Even though, yes, we do have to talk about the fear things sometimes. Just keep it real, people. Make sure that you have your food storage squared away in such a way that your body will be receiving all the nutrients, all the good things it needs to be as effective as possible. It's important. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. And blessings to you and yours.